So this time, let's look into why you haven't met your soulmate, but we're looking at it from a spiritual point of view, so that way you get a deeper understanding with regards to what your subconscious blocks are, what the energy blocks are, but also we want to know how you can move forward with that as well. So let me shuffle the cards. And I just want to specify, even though I've said why haven't you met your soulmate yet, I want to specify your most recent, as in right, well, not right now, but the current, as in, you know, soon to be kind of, because the way that this is written, it very much alludes to that you've never ever had a soulmate connection, you've never ever met your soulmate, which is complete and utter rubbish, because you have in the past, but they've just not worked out. So in terms of who this reading is applying to, it feels very much that it is people who are waiting, people who don't have anybody around them, people who aren't in a relationship, people who are not attached to anybody, have any crushes, literally single. That's the easiest way to say that you are completely and utterly single and you are open. And that's the important part, that you are open to your soulmate or somebody coming through. So why has it taken so long? Because I kind of feel that there's an energy of irritation, frustration, fed up. Even though you're a strong human being, you've been getting on with your life, you've been enjoying it, you've been doing stuff, you've been dating, not meeting the right people, all of those kind of boxes. And on the time that you come across this reading, it's going to be very much an energy where you're feeling, I kind of feel that you've just, in a good positive way, you've just resigned. You've just kind of gone, you know what, I'm just going to leave it to the universe. I'm just going to let all of those stupid worries, all of those expectations, all of those criteria of wanting to fit in and be part of something. I'm just going to concentrate on me and just allow it to be. And in that case, you are open, you're going with the flow, and you're trusting the process and the universe. So you've been doing the inner work. So I'm not going to turn around and blame it completely on you and say, oh God, you haven't done the inner work, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. A lot of it has been that past relationships or past ways that you have been. And I kind of feel that currently you're in a mode, or have been in a journey of self-reflection, self-care, just being on your own, enjoying your company, your life, your friends, you know, family, anything and everything else. So you haven't really been looking, but you've just been open to seeing if somebody catches your eye and see if, you know, if something can develop. So the reason that you haven't met anybody has been very much to do with your past energy and your past way of being. In the last 6 months, you have shed a huge skin, literally like a snake, you know, but we're talking about, what's that? Oh God, what do they call that? Is it boa constrictor or the one that those biggest snakes that you find in the Amazon? You know, you're talking about that level of shedding, in the sense of it's been shed, it's been absolute, you know, loads. And with that shedding, what you have realized from past relationships and past way of being is that out of all of those relationships, you've sacrificed your self-worth. You spent more time seeking acceptance and hoping that the other person would accept you, rather than actually saying the question, are they good enough for me? And that's something we don't do often enough. This is something us human beings just do not do. We're always seeking for somebody else to accept us. But because you have shed that skin, I feel that this is something you are now beginning to do because your self-worth has risen. So that is predominantly the reason why you have not met your soulmate yet, because all of the other soulmates you were learning lessons from. They weren't on the same caliber, same path, same values, same anything as you were. You've always been ongoing, developing yourself, gaining that self-awareness, working on yourself, enjoying yourself, not putting it out or blaming the universe continuously or the world continuously for what is and what isn't happening in your life. For you, it has been very much regarding constantly letting go, moving forward, letting go, moving forward. And as you are evolving, the people who have come into your path have not been evolving. And that's where the conflict or the contradiction or the things not working out has happened, because the people that you have attracted have not matched your energy, even though there was that potential there was that hope there was that willingness, but the actions, which is the most important part, was not there. And as I said, you had soulmates, but they've just not worked. And that is literally what spiritual reason is. It's just that you needed to raise your own self-worth. You needed to put yourself first, and you needed to look at the situations and not just think, am I good enough for them, but are they good enough for me? And is this the person I want in my life, as opposed to, do they want me in their life? Which, of course, you do want that too, but it's coming from an energy of power. It's coming from an energy of you being confident in you. And because of that change, because of that realization, which again has taken quite a long time, you're not going to be attracting energies who are going to be wasting your time. Any energy that does come in, either currently around you or will be coming in, is very much about an energy who wants to match with you. And that is the wonderful thing. So remember, if you want to book a more tailored reading, one-to-one, more expansion on this or any other topic or anything else that may be going on in your life, then check out my links. You'll be able to see, or rather check out my bio where the links are, so that you can book yourself a reading, a healing, or any other service that you think you might need or want. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, because all of those things help, but also it helps me to connect with you and maybe give more information on something you may be struggling with or need help with. And always check out our shop, because the shop has a lot of different varieties of things that can help with love, manifesting, removing blocks. So go to my website where the shop is, and because I always forget to say that, the shop is connected to my website, and all the links again are in the bio. And with that said, I'll see you next time.